Does he pull it up like the back is facing us, so he's like leaning over? He's cool.
I'm gonna rap with you guys.
There you go.
Down the kids.
What does he look like? Like, what are we looking at here?
I'm gonna give you a description. This guy, he doesn't pull over a chair. I'm gonna move that. He's about middle-aged. He's a man. He has sort of whitish, faintly purple hair, and his skin is sort of like a greyish blue. And the thing you'll notice about him at the start is that he has, compared to a human, his eyes are quite big. And instead of having sort of like white eyes, they're black, and he just has like a white dot in them.
Will I know what race he is, or should I like roll nature or something?
Nature?
Nature, perception, wouldn't it be?
I would go for streetwise.
Streetwise, to know his race.
You know, not an animal.
What animal are you?
Well, I thought... Oh,
he's not a cow, okay?
People are animals.
Roll the streetwise and see if you've come to a particular race.
21.
21.
Can I do a history check to see if I can remember anything about his race in the Anarchs of History?
Yes, you can.
Would that be after I find out his race?
Yeah, I want to see what his history is.
I was just going to scratch her head a bit.
13.
13. Right. You recall, Jord, that this man is a changeling. Clearly, from his, appearance, he's not... This is like their natural form. They're shapeshifters, but he's clearly not shapeshifted. He's just going all natural. You know, Macleod, that there's something in history about Avandra, and they're connected. You would assume she's like patron god or something, or maybe they worship her, but you don't really recall anything significant about the race. I mean, on that check you'll know he's a changeling. If you want to go with history, they're not, typically they're thieves. People don't like them a lot. There's just a bit of, animosity, I can't say that word. A little bit of, people don't like them a lot.
Yeah.
Typically. But the barkeep doesn't seem to mind having this one in his tavern, so he might know him. I mean, he's approached the bar, barkeep's not really batted an eyelid, albeit you are all swarming him.
We're like, hey.
Hey, listen, listen. But this changeling, he approaches you, and he says, well, you all handled yourself quite well back.
Do it in a voice.
Can't do a man voice.
Try.
No, I can't do it.
Handled yourself quite well.
It's not Bane.
Suddenly Bane turns up. We all shut up.
Hello.
To handle himself quite well.
Okay, you don't need to do a voice.
Need a shadow.
Oh goodness, Bane.
So yes, he says we handled ourselves quite well.
Yeah.
Suppose you would say stank.
I just,
Yeah.
I'm just looking at him to see if he says anything else.
Yeah, same.
And it's just suddenly silence. The questions have stopped. It's the mysterious changeling has been like, what, who the fuck are you?
Well, for all we know, he could be a spy for the Thieves Guild. He is a dirty changeling.
He is a fucking changeling. He waits for you to say anything, but since nothing happens, he just continues. It's like, I actually need some help from, I was looking for some, hardy adventurers like you.
Are you paying?
There will be gold. I just need someone to... I need to collect an item from a cave nearby, but...
I was gonna say, raised eyebrow, got my attention.
George steps in and he says, like an excitable child, what item is this you're speaking of?
Rosa just says, I'm in. She's ready to go.
I don't need some more. I'm in.
Money, gold, she's sorted.
Well, he kind of just... face lights up a bit of that, and he just looks at you. It's like, well, it's a mirror. It's got magical properties. Someone has asked me to get it for them, but I can't go in that cave alone. I mean, most people who I've known go in there have just never come back, so I don't want to go anywhere.
Rosebud looks excited. She's smiling.
Who was it that asked you to get this item?
I'm afraid I can't say, but I mean, is that a problem?
Well, I don't
No.
No.
No. I guess not.
What can you tell us about this mirror?
Mirror. Well, what I know of it, it has the powers to alter reality, if that makes sense. So whenever it reflects, it can change into the opposite.
Rosebud will be a beautiful woman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What do you mean a beautiful man?
Well, she sort of already does look like a man.
Yes,
and it'll be the
close
opposite. It'll be the opposite, so a beautiful woman.
She is a woman. She'd go from being an ugly woman to a beautiful man.
Oh my god, yeah.
She's become Prince Charming from Shrek.
She'll be so hot.
Can I do a history check just to see if I've ever read of such a mirror?
Yes, you can.
I love being in a fucking library as my childhood. That's a 10.
10. Cool. Well, you're not that far away from like where this town is, so you would know of the cave he's talking about. It's sort of like a secret that everybody knows because no one's ever really come out of this cave. No one really knows what's in the cave. Just that no one's ever come out of it after they've gone in.
But nothing specific culture.
Nothing really.
Yeah, they don't know there's kobolds in it or anything like that.
No, I mean, kobolds, goblins, all that stuff. They're not entirely sure.
Okay, just like speculations.
Yeah, there's ghost stories, but there's nothing really concrete. The mirror itself is just basically what he says. It's a mirror that could sort of like turn enemies against each other. It can, it alters what it sees. So if it sees like a fight, suddenly like peace will come out.
They're having sex.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just from a fight to an orgy.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Stuart again steps in as he's explaining. He says, "This item sounds incredibly powerful. There's no way we can ignore this. We have to get it as soon as possible and give it
I
to
would
the church."
be cautious, Shord. That cave is somewhat of an open secret in this area. I mean, even quite a sheltered child I had. The man speaks true. Whenever nobody returns from that cave, so it's something that we shouldn't entirely rush into.
I guess.
I'm saying we
guess
should be prepared.
Yeah, I guess it's better safe to be sorry. We should gather as much
Fortune favours the
information.
bold, I say.
We should gather as much information as possible before we go forward.
Well, the man says there's not a whole lot of information. I've been asked to get it, and well, I really need it, or I might be in a little bit of trouble. So
When do you need it by?
as soon as you can.
So if we were going to spend a week researching this item, would that be too long?
That would be too long.
So are you hoping to get it in the next 24 hours?
That would be preferable. I mean,
What is your name?
my name, Simon.
Please let us
Simon,
last Belmont.
How much are you willing to pay for this item?
Well, I mean, you can tell he's modestly dressed, and he's not particularly. He doesn't look rich, basically. He looks particularly poor.
I'm gonna put a hand on Rosebud's shoulder and look at me. I imagine I'll say, many people go into that cave, but nobody comes out. Whatever we find there is ours to keep.
Exactly. I mean, the caves. I mean, it's not just the mirror down there. It's untold riches. There will be gold if there is the mirror, and I mean, I just need the mirror. You can take whatever else is there. That does not concern me.
Okay, she nods. I'm ready for this and all that. Blah blah.
Well, we should probably head off in the. It is night, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is it?
it's evening, so it's about 8-9 o'clock.
Because I'm of the local area, how far would it take us to travel from this town to this cave?
A couple of hours.
Well, then I'll say, it's probably best that we spend the night resting, getting our strength back. And tomorrow morning, heading out there, spending the day, it'd take a few hours to get there anyway. We'll spend the day there, retrieve the mirror, take any treasure we can, and meet Simon back here tomorrow evening?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Rosebud nods her head. Her stomach growls, and I'm going to say, let's have a good meal, because she is hungry. She hasn't eaten good in a while. So she turns to the barkeep. How much for a big bowl of stew? And she'll pay for, because she just got 25 gold, so she'll pay for Kyle and Jord as well. Food.
Mikkel, you mean?
Mikkel, yeah.
Kyle.
Mikkel.
I think she's talking about you.
It's okay, we just met.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah. So she's going to pay for everyone to have some food, not Simon though.
Not Simon. That's fine. Simon accepts this. Well, you
That is a
Jordan thanks you.
Yeah, that is a courteous gesture. If you two don't mind, begin eating. I would like to have a word with Simon.
Yeah. Is it just you taking him aside, or?
Yeah, over here.
Okay, he'll
Take a seat, Simon.
He's just seen what you do to people sitting. So he sits down, but he's very nervous.
Well, I'm sitting over here too.
Strahd is feeling a bit jealous.
Very nervous.
He was the good cop, so that's okay.
Take 5 gold pieces, and that is a feast. So he just brings you tons of food. Basically.
Awesome.
Steward
eats it, but like eloquently.
Rosebud, she just like pours it down her face.
You've not only got the chicken feast, you've got the whole chicken, and you're just gnawing at it.
She just picks up her hand and just bites into it. She's drinking and it's going everywhere. She isn't eating it very eloquently.
Okay.
I'd like to ask Simon something. I thought I'd ask you in private. I noticed that you couldn't give us the name or identify who you're working for, and that you'll be in a lot of trouble if this mirror doesn't get to your hands in the next 24 hours. Is there anything you can share just between me and you? Diplomacy check.
Okay, gonna say.
You are within 10 squares of me.
That's 19!
And you get, is that in total,
Yeah, that's in total, 19.
Have you added, your halfling friends plus 1?
Yeah, I rolled a 10, I got 8, I've got a bonus of 8, and I add plus 1, so 19 altogether.
Okay, well he just sort of leans in so the others don't hear. He's like, well, I got a message saying that if I didn't help in some way, that something would happen to my daughter.
Who was this message from?
I don't know.
But your daughter, you know, is in danger?
I don't know if they can back up the threat, I just know I don't want to find out.
How are you going to give them the mirror?
I need to leave it in and disclose location.
Would you feel uncomfortable if we succeed in our mission, if we were to overwatch this transaction and see exactly who's making these threats?
Diplomacy.
12 altogether?
I would rather take it from there. I don't want to risk my daughter's safety.
Then I respect your wishes. And I'll lean back and I'll just say, we'll have the mirror for you for tomorrow evening.
He sort of looks a bit relieved and, smiles at you. He's like, thank you.
I'll just give him a nod and head over to the table.
Rosebud looks very content right now. She's rubbing her stomach and she's massive birth and she's really happy.
There's food.
I can see a beard growing on Rosebud. Just
there probably is.
Yeah, I can see one too.
Oh no.
She picks like a bit of chicken meat out of her beard and like
She's basically female Henry VIII.
I'd like to do a history check on hairy elves and if there were ever ones.
Okay. Also, there is a picture of Rose. She's more hairier than that, though. But so picture that with more hair. But you can do a history check.
For hairy elves.
Hairy elves. Only rolled a 4. That's 9 altogether.
You can't be sure if there ever was one. You just know you've never heard of it before.
All I know is that I'm pretty sure I'm staring at one.
Yeah. It's either a hairy elf or a really tall dwarf.
Yeah.
You are so weird.
I'm just gonna smile. She is.
What are you?
I'm just gonna smile. She is completely comfortable with her ugly ass face and her beard.
Her stomach's, just hanging out under her armour after eating so much. On the table.
Are we not as Rosebud is? I could have sworn you were going to be a barbarian.
We went simple.
Just a hairy ass elf here.
You will eat,
I do have a hairy ass, by the way, so.
So, just in case you were interested.
Yeah.
So, are you all gonna sleep in the inn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep. Well, actually, how much does the most luxurious one cost?
Most luxurious one?
Yeah.
Let's find out. Probably a couple of gold pieces.
Rosebud will pay for herself. Not anyone else.
I was gonna say, I was like, she's feeling really generous.
No way.
Yeah.
She's been living it rough a bit lately. She needs a good night's sleep in a nice bed.
So she wants a nice room as well. A luxury room is 2 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll get one of them.
Are you all sleeping in a luxury room? Are you just taking...
God, no!
No, 5 silver pieces, please.
For a normal room?
Yep, normal room for this night, 5 silver pieces. They're taking, like, the honeymoon suite, but, like, one of them's got the honeymoon suite and the other one's got, like, the city view. You can just have the...
I want the city view.
You can have the box room in the cupboard.
I'm happy with that.
You get Harry Potter's room.
Yeah.
So that was 2 gold pieces.
2 gold
You're a
pieces,
wizard,
yeah.
Harry.
Before I go to sleep, I take off all of my armor and I do my daily prayers and all of that jazz.
Cool.
Rosebud is just gonna get completely naked. Has like a bit of a like have some like have a cookie or something before bed and she's gonna
Not
fall
what I
into
thought
bed.
you were gonna say.
You can have dirty wank.
Yeah, she is.
I've been living it rough the last couple of weeks, so I need to maintain myself.
Well, maybe she does. I don't know. Like
Oh.
everyone's got.
Can you tell me that Rosebud's room is next to,
I just hear in the next room.
Rosebud is just gonna. She's
Schlick.
she's gonna run on the spot a bit. She's gonna run on the spot a bit, but you hear banging and panting.
You
Oh
actually,
god.
you just sort of hear this coming from, like, the next room.
I kind of like put a pillow over my head and say, "Oh, for anyone's sake."
And then she's just gonna fall into bed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything like that. I'll just take my armor off, make sure everything's like safe and secure, and then go to sleep.
Okay. You even have sound effects, that's how organised we are.
So organised.
Sound effects that are ready. Right, will you go to sleep? If you used any, I don't think anyone did, but if you used any daily powers, you now have those back. Hooray!
Hey.
And we can like,
Also heal. You get all your healing surges back, but I don't think anyone used any, you can get all your hit points back.
well, I would have used mine to heal before
Yeah,
going.
so would I.
Cool, then yeah.
I'm gonna be right back in a second. Need to go to the toilet.
Cool! We'll break.
And break.